Canada has introduced updated unemployment rates at the census metropolitan area level that now directly affect how low-wage labor market impact assessment applications are processed across the country. These new rates are now in effect and will apply through early July in 2026, bringing immediate consequences for employers and foreign workers. The key rule is straightforward. If the unemployment rate in a census metropolitan area is at or above 6%, low-wage labor market impact assessment applications for that region will not be processed. This policy is designed to protect job opportunities for Canadian citizens and permanent residents in regions facing higher unemployment. This latest update shows a clear tightening of access to the low-wage temporary foreign worker program. Only 11 census metropolitan areas now remain below the 6% threshold, meaning most regions across Canada are currently restricted. Several major labor markets that were previously eligible have now become ineligible, significantly reducing hiring flexibility for employers. Among the regions that have newly become ineligible this quarter are Halifax, Moncton, Saint John, Fredericton, Drummondville, Montreal, Kingston, Peterborough, Winnipeg, and Vancouver. These areas were below the threshold in the previous period, but have now moved above 6%, triggering the refusal to process low-wage applications. At the same time, a small number of regions have moved in the opposite direction and are now eligible again. These include Lethbridge and Red Deer in Alberta, as well as Kamloops and Chilliwack in British Columbia. These areas have seen unemployment rates drop below 6%, reopening access to low-wage hiring for employers during this period. The impact is especially significant in provinces like Ontario, where nearly all major census metropolitan areas are now restricted. Thunder Bay remains the only major Ontario region still below the threshold, but it is very close to the cutoff. Other provinces are also seeing widespread restrictions, including New Brunswick, where all census metropolitan areas are now above the threshold. For employers, this means careful planning is essential. Before submitting an application, they must confirm whether the job location falls within a restricted census metropolitan area. Timing is critical because eligibility is determined based on the unemployment rate at the time of application submission, not when the job offer was made. Employers still have a few options if they are affected by these restrictions. One approach is to increase the offered wage to meet the high wage threshold, which is not subject to the same unemployment-based limitations. Another option is to explore sector-specific exemptions. Certain industries, including agriculture, construction, food manufacturing, healthcare, and caregiving, are not impacted by this restriction and can continue to submit applications regardless of regional unemployment levels. For foreign workers, these changes may reduce available job opportunities in many regions that have recently become restricted. However, newly eligible areas could present fresh opportunities for those who act quickly within the current period. Overall, this update reflects a more restrictive labor market environment across Canada. Both employers and workers must stay informed and adapt their strategies based on these quarterly changes, as the next update could once again shift which regions are open or restricted for low-wage labor market impact assessment applications.